Welcome back to the July 11th, 2020 edition of Pro Wrestling Throwdown. I'm Caleb Black. He's Luke the Big Dog Williams. Our in-studio producer, Max Fury, is in Canada visiting his aunt. He'll be back in a couple of weeks. Right now, we are talking the Great American Bash. It was a televised event done over 2 weeks on NXT.
Not bad programming.
Not great, but there were a couple of really good, really highly notable matches. Luke, let's get into it.
All right, we're going to go with the beginning of night one. It was a four-way elimination match for the number one contendership to the NXT Women's Championship. Tegan Nox,
Candice
LeRae,
Dakota Kai, and
Mia Yim. Of course, the match itself was horseshit, spotty, choppy.
Yeah.
Tegan Nox goes over with the win, eliminating Dakota Kai last.
Yeah.
Then we move on to Thatcher.
And Oni Lorcan. And that was a fun... Remember how I keep talking about how there's this untapped market in faux MMA and pro wrestling?
Correct.
Thatcher's the guy to gap that market.
Agreed.
With the catch-as-can style of European wrestling, the match he had with Oni was good and in that vein. It feels like a fight.
Well, it's also, that's like the perfect opponent for him to wrestle.
Completely agreed.
We move on from there to Rhea Ripley versus Robert Stone and Aaliyah in the match, the handicap match that stated if Ripley lost, she would have to join the Stone Enterprises.
Which she won.
So because it's Robbie E. It's Robbie E. It's Robbie E. and Cookie all over again. It's a dated reference. Anyway, then we go on to what I think was the highlight of night one. Dexter Lumis, Roddy Strong, strap match.
So good. They have really they took their time getting to the Dexter-Roddy match, and they gave us a good payoff, especially with Dexter going over.
Yes. And
their styles complement each other very, very well. Roddy's always been a great technical wrestler.
Roddy can work a broom.
He's the king of the backbreaker.
Yes.
Or neckbreaker.
Backbreaker. Yes.
Whatever. And Dexter Lumis, physically, is athletic. He's fast. He's strong. He can work. He can move. And he does
He can crow.
Right. He can fight. He can fly. He can crow. It was a great match, and I love strap matches. I'm giving that one a 4.
That was definitely the highlight of the night.
Yeah, I'm giving that one a 4.
And then we go from the highlight of the night to, in my opinion, I think that should have been the main event. But then you've got Io and Sasha Banks, no titles on the line.
Right.
Just a straight-up match. I think the strap match should have went last.
Yeah. I agree with that because it was a gimmick match. However, they're both champions.
Well, and you knew that with the whole Banks thing that she was not going to beat the NXT Women's Champion.
Not on NXT.
Regardless if the title was on the line or not. That, of course, it wasn't a bad match. Wasn't a great match.
Right.
It was 2, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair.
And we're on the night 2. Starts off, I have the dark match on here because people don't know how to read when I write things. Tony Nese beats Leon Ruff, who was the first unfortunate gentleman to feel the wrath of Karrion Kross. in front of his fiancé referee. Yeah. Anyway, we start the show with Candice LeRae and Mia Yim in a street fight.
I see.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I love
good use of weapons. They get to have their blow off for the whole Keith Lee Gargano thing. Of course, Candice goes over. Wins for people who don't know.
Right.
Then we go on to Bronson Reed versus Tony Nese, his second match of the night, first only televised. He wins the dark match
and loses his
televised match, which
Bronson Reed's a big bad mamma jamma too.
He's a big man, and I'm glad he didn't lose steam after Cross did the thing that he did to him.
That I agree with.
He didn't lose the steam. That's good.
Yeah.
Then from there we go to Johnny Gargano versus Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Anybody who thought that Isaiah Swerve was going to get an upset victory on Johnny Gargano on that card was wrong.
The people who thought that were the exact same people who thought that Rhea Ripley was going to join Robbie E. Your name is Robbie E.
Accept it and move on. Robbie. You're not Rory.
Anyway. I'm Robbie.
I'm Rory.
Anyway.
The Highlanders reference. Look them up. They're fucking great.
Next we're going to go, I'm going to call him King Cuerno because that's who he is.
Yeah, El Hijo
and
de
his
Fantasmo.
boys. against Breezango and Drake Maverick.
It was so upsetting to see Drake lose.
It's so upsetting not to only see Drake lose, but to see Breezango also lose.
I really was hoping Breezango was going to get some momentum in the tag team division.
It was all to build Drake.
Right, and I get why they're not, and I get that Drake I get that the way to sell the story with Drake, especially since he got his job back, is to be an underdog. I just want to see him get some. You know, I want my payoff now instead of having to wait until WrestleMania. Carriage house.
Anyways, Cuerno goes over on Drake.
Who's the current WCW Cruiserweight Champion. Current NXT Cruiserweight Champion.
By the way, I'm going to get this on film. This has nothing to do with the Great American Bash. Enzo Amore has went back out on this tour thing with the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Because it's in his possession.
Oh, that's so...
It's the legit belt.
It's the real belt.
Fantastic.
That's so dumb. He's so dumb.
Fantastic.
It's awful. Don't listen to him. He's
Robbie E. Anyway, then we go on to the debut, of Mercedes Martinez.
Yep.
Against Santana Garrett.
Yep.
Which I don't know what the deal is with how they're building her. If she's the unstoppable monster who doesn't sell kicks and punches and clotheslines.
I hate it.
But Mercedes over. The way it should have been. That's who you should be building. As a matter of fact, I want to see her, and I want to see Rhea Ripley as a tag team.
Yeah.
And then, of course, spoiler alert, if you didn't see the picture, Keith Lee not only successfully defends the North American Championship, wins the NXT Heavyweight Championship, and ends
the
403-day reign.
It was more than that. It ends up with him. It was 402 sometime last week, so it ended up closer to like a 409-day reign.
Technically, but it was recorded at that time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to WCW the streak it, then yes, Robbie E. Anyway, no, Keith Lee killed it. Adam Cole killed it.
Bask in his glory.
He okey-doked him.
He okey-doked the shit out of him.
I mean, what can be said?
Man, it was such a good match. They wrestled a great story.
I felt like taking a picture of it and putting it on Instagram.
Adam Cole losing the belt does make me wonder what the plans for him are going to be going forward. I still say that he needs to get called up and that Finn Balor needs to take over the Undisputed Era.
When he gets called up, I think he needs to go to SmackDown and challenge AJ for that Intercontinental title.
That would be a match.
That's what I want.
That would be a match and a half.
But, Smooth Operator is now your dual champion.
Good. So good.
Robbie E.
And I hope that Keith Lee defends both belts. Maybe not, like, I'd like to see, one night he'll defend the North American title, then he'll defend the world title, then he'll defend them both.
Or on then he'll defend them both, man.
Right, then he'll defend them both at the same time, or, just
defend them both against other opponents.
Mix it up, and make sure you get some longevity out of both runs.
Totally agree.
And make the fact that he is a dual champion matter, because ultimately, normally what happens is dual champions end up prioritizing one belt over the other.
Correct.
I remember...
Which is the company,
but I hope that they really make him being a dual champion matter, because it matters more if he is defending both belts actively.
Correct.
And well.
And it was a good show. I mean,
it was a great show.
All, they did the first night kind of fell off. Second night was better. But
it was all worth the payoff with Lee and Cole.
It was worth Dusty's approval, I think.
I completely agree with that.
I think that it did the Great American Bash justice.
Yep. What did you guys think about the Great American Bash? Let us know in the comments down below, or by emailing us at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Don't forget to find us on Facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Like, subscribe, and send us messages. Send us emails. Let's talk about some wrestling. We missed you guys. We were gone for 2 weeks. Well, we were off for a week, but...
Yeah,
it leads to 2 weeks worth of bullshit.
You didn't miss us because we still had content, so we were still there in your homes.
We missed you.
The privacy of your bedroom, hiding in the corner.
Wait,
watching Alexa Bliss.
Whoa! Dial it back. Stay tuned. Give me a. All right, guys, stay tuned. We are covering. Fyter Fest.
Robbie E.
NXT coming up right after this.